Hi everyone, another weekend, another road trip in Australia. Guess where I'm going this time? If you're following me on Instagram with the ID that I shared here, you may know where I went and what troubles and difficulties we faced with. But if you want to actually prevent to have such issues and similar issues, watch the video till the end. After driving for about 6 hours, we arrived to the destination. So we ended up to one of these beautiful Airbnbs that they are across Australia, and it's usually fully booked for a few months because the demand is so high for such houses. We just came here, and it was a really great spot in the middle of silence. Enjoy the silence for a few seconds. You can even hear my breathing. One of the greatest accessories in these houses are the fireplaces. So you hear my voice from the middle of nowhere. Cheers! We came for the skiing and snow, and look at the view. Yay! No snow. Cheers. چطورین؟ چیرز بچه ها ما اومدیم یه جا که برف بازی کنیم. این وضعیتشه، یعنی دریق از یه چیک برف. The place called Dalgety, not sure about the pronunciation. However, this is one of the nearest spot to the resorts. بچه ها ما در میان هیچ جا هستیم. اینجا ویلای ماه. That's the place we stay. In this area, there is not much to do, and there are no cafe or such. But we found something on Google Maps and we checked it out. Okay, we came to the Red Dog Roaster, and it's closed. The only cafe in the middle of nowhere. For your information, they were open from Monday to Thursday. So we started to hit the road and we went to Jindabyne. Boy, guess what? Snow! After 6 years. بچه 6 سال. In Jindabyne, there's a small village where you can do grocery shopping or go for the small Italian restaurant. As you're walking in this corridor, you're gonna end up to some cafe and some sort of restaurant, small bakery. We didn't like this bakery at all. It smelled so good and it was tempting, but we didn't like the quality. But there was a cafe next to it called Dudley's, and we loved the coffee there. It was really beautiful. So there are some stores and shops where you can buy or rent the equipments and ski clothes if you want to, but I was obsessed with this store. Look at this cutie. So don't worry if you don't have anything with you, you can buy or rent if you wish to. We continued our trip around the Jindabyne Lake and listened to the rest of the story of the trip. اینا استرالیا بدترین جای سیدنی که سیدنی خوبشه تازه. بعد ما اومدیم الان اینجا دیگه، حالا یه بروری یه دونه آبجو سازی اینجا داره. این آبجو سازیاشه دم این لیک جینداباین لیک. تازه قصه امروز رو براتون تعریف کنم چی شد. بعد این آبجو دونیشه. حالا بریم توش رو ببینیم چه باورتون نمیشه. درش اینه یه داریم. The worst place for having fun as a single is Australia, to be honest. Not a handsome guy available, not even one. And then you go for traveling and then you end up to something like this. So we found out that there's a brewery next to us, and it's just like look at it. That's the entry door. You can't leave. Let's see how it's inside. Even worse. That's like this. I tell you the story of the resort experience later. The dead kangaroo or willoughby. They're everywhere. We came all the way from Sydney to go to Preshare and Thredbo. And guess what? They closed the way to get into the city. Closed the town, Thredbo. from here because it's packed. There's no park spot. باهای یعنی کلن بستن در شهر قرون وسطا. میگن نمیشه برین تو شهر، باورتون نمیشه، اصلا خنده داره ولی چه وضعه. اینجا قطار میگیری میری در اسکیرنا اونجا. نه اینم کوهاشه. I'll be living in the Middle East. Train that take people. The ticket price is like about $140. And they take people to the resort. As there's nothing much to do anyways, we decided to go back home and then start cooking and celebrate the time and being with one another in our little cottage with some homemade food. And of course, I'm the chef and I'm cooking. Having a glass of wine, having some potatoes on fire, and do some simple things and chill a little bit and make sure that we're taking off our rest for the day like tomorrow that we wanted to make our way to Thredbo. This time, we planned ahead and we woke up early in the morning and we went to Thredbo. We arrived by around 7 in the morning. Guess what? By the time we arrived, the city was already packed and there was few spots available that you could have parked your car and walk around the city or get the public transport. The city is actually inside of the national park, so it was not dog friendly, so plan ahead about it. Good morning. We made our way to Thredbo. There's no snow, as you see. It's just this ugly bit. No snow, but we made it. That's the matter. سلام بالاخره رسیدیم Thredbo. اینم از برف ما یه همین دیگه. یعنی اصفهان بیشتر If you're planning to just go there for the skiing, I tell you that you have to go anytime soon because there was not much of a snow left on the field. The opening is at 8:30. I enjoyed a lot to walk around the city and town, and the sceneries were so beautiful and I loved it. So it was a little rainbow there, you know, the weather was changing constantly. We found a really nice cafe in the Thredbo Alpine Hotel. It took us a lot of time to get the coffees, but it worth it to wait. And then guess what? It's just like beautiful spot that I could stay there and walk there forever. As I mentioned before, Thredbo is part of the national park, so it's not dog allowed. We decided to go back to Jindabyne for having a brunch and another coffee and make our way back to home, Sydney. On the way back home, we enjoyed every single view and sceneries as the nature was totally different than the Sydney nature. When you travel around Australia, you will see and feel the differences, and it's one of the reasons that it's beautiful. You will enjoy it anyways. As we stepped back to Sydney, we faced with the big shower and storm, and we were just lucky enough that during this storm time we were away from Sydney. And this is the beauty of the Australia, you know what? It's just like how it is, and we accepted it this way. So yeah, I hope that you learned the lessons from my experiences, and then if you want to go for the snow season and skiing, you plan ahead and you're going to book everything. So love you and leave you. Bye.